Crosby just has to get Wolanski in. There's one out. Middle infield playing back. Corners are in. Crosby, deep right field, and he just did it. It's a walk-off cowhide joyride, and the Blue Crabs will celebrate as they just swept the Charleston Dirty Birds. A clean sweep as Crosby enjoyed that one as it was a no-doubter.
One team with the best record in the league, the other the worst. Two runners on base, 2-2 pitch, and this ball is crushed into center. Abatini going back, he's still going back, and Abatini, oh my goodness, what a catch!
Here we go, power versus power on this payoff pitch. And it's a ground ball over to Cannon. He backhands it, he gets up, it's a low throw, and it gets past Ostado. Rail Cats win! Series victory! Driving, turns on it. I don't want to be coming at me either. High fly, going back is Kerrigan. Kerrigan's on the track, he's at the wall, he leaps, he brought it back in! Oh my goodness! Jimmy Kerrigan! How did he do that? As your hands are covering your face in a tense situation. 2 balls and 1 strike. Andre Scrub from the mound to the plate. The pop-up on the infield. Playable. Who wants it? Casey Hobson moving in. He backtrots and he dropped the ball. Two runs just scoring a drop pop-up by Casey Hobson. Scrub was walking off the mound and the Barnstormer just got let off the hook. And we are live here on the Railcats Broadcasting Network. It's the Gordon Food Service pregame show. And Graham Nash, happy 4th of July, partner.
Happy 4th of July.
Well, it's a beautiful day here in Northwest Indiana as the Railcats are getting back to work against the Milwaukee Milkmen in the rubber match. It's 79 degrees at the moment, 3-mile-per-hour winds, and hopefully you've had yourself an enjoyable and safe 4th of July thus far. But Graham, the Railcats are turning to the pitcher of the week a few weeks ago in Peyton Long, where he went 14 innings, only allowing 1 earned run. He comes back here to the U.S. Steel Yard for his first start against the Winnipeg Goldeyes after winning that award, and they got to him in the first inning, but after that, he looked like the pitcher that we know and love.
And that was just the big issue, was he had a slower start, and he allowed 9 hits, 5 runs, all of which were earned, only struck out 1 and walked 1 as well, which is unusual for Peyton Long. He usually gets more around 3 to 5 strikeouts per game. So they just got to him quickly, and he lost a little confidence, it looked like. And that's going to have to change here today if you're Peyton Long, because this Milwaukee team really did a good job of getting to Andres Diaz quickly yesterday. They loaded the bases in the top of the first inning. Andres Diaz was more aware and was able to get out of the inning without allowing a run. But Peyton Long, he's got a big challenge on his hands today to try to hold down this Milwaukee lineup that really took it to him yesterday.
Well, for Peyton Long, 2 wins, 4 losses on the year, and a 4.56 ERA, which has fallen down dramatically since the beginning of the year. 49 in the 3rd innings, 27 strikeouts, 10 walks, 25 earned runs, and 57 hits. Opposing batter hitting a .291 against them. And he's faced off the Milwaukee Milkmen twice this season. And both times they hit him hard, as they have a very high slugging percentage, a .625 slugging percentage against Peyton Long, who was drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers. To give you some context on how high that number is, the league average is a .405.
Wow.
So for Peyton Long, he's going up against Wendell Marrero, Jose Samro, and Eric Osberg to open up the inning. Jalen Davis, Chase Estep, and Abadel Leera follow at 4.56. Reggie Pruitt going 7th. Brett Rodriguez, DH. He's hitting 8th. And Trey Law rounds out the lineup. Our nation's birthday, Peyton Long throws a pitch, and it misses down and in. And we are off at 6:03. Defense for the Railcats. Peyton Long's good friend, LG Castillo, is out in left field. The motion, the pitch, and that one's a little low. 2-0 to Marrero. Gio Diaz is in center with Francisco Del Valle in right, battling the sun. Olivier Pasabe is at third to start off the infield. Marrero's ahead, and he'll let another one go by. 3 straight misses by Peyton Long to open up the game today. At short, it's Miguel Sierra with Marcos Gonzalez at second. Jackson Valera penciled in at first base once again. And the battery mate for Peyton Long today is Guillermo Quintana. Marrero had 3 hits yesterday, 3-0, and he's going to get himself a walk. We are back live from the U.S. Steel Yard. Angel Mild with Graham Nash. And the 5th inning is brought to you by Comcast Xfinity. Wi-Fi is fast, and so far this game has been pretty quick. Rail Cats are watching Carlos Sanabria toss 4 perfect innings thus far. And he has to go up against Jacob Teeter to kick off this inning. And a strike planted to the outside edge. And for Jacob Teeter, he had that 40-game on-base streak snapped, and then all of a sudden he's gone ice cold, just 1 for 15 in his last 4 games. Teeter from the left side pulls one over to Valera. Valera will turn around, throw it to Sanabria. Sanabria covers the bag and gets the out. 13 in a row, and sure-handed Valera over at first base. Lamar Rogers told us, Graham, early in the year, there's no one better at that position defensively. And we believe him. Every time there's a game played, Valera's over at first. He always seems to make another great play time and time again.
He's just so crafty, and I think a good reason for that is because he wasn't necessarily a first baseman by trade. And that, I think, has built his other skills very well.
Swinging in a foul. And exactly what he told me. I had asked Valera, I said, how did you get so good at first base? And how did you transition to that position so easily? And he said, because of catching. He goes, all day, all I do was scoop and scoop because he didn't want baseball to get away from him. 0-1 pitch. It misses up and in to Zion Pettigrew. Pettigrew grounded out to Olivier Pasabe in the 2nd. And then also, Valera played a little bit of third base, in which before every game in batting practice, Sanabria kicks the leg, goes home, slider dives down into the dirt, 2-1. And Valera doesn't use his first baseman's glove. He uses a smaller fielding glove like Pasabe, Sierra, and Gonzalez are going to use. So when he does put on that shovel on his left hand, it seems a lot bigger. Gives him a lot more confidence. 2-1, and that's ball 3. Top of the 5th. No dogs have reached against Carlos Sanabria. But one more ball, and Pettigrew will be the first dog on in the 1-0 game. Pettigrew swings, and it's a chopper foul. Oh, nice play. Jeff Isom over at third base. Making a nice play, the manager of this ball club. First year with this team, and he was with Joliet for a long time.
Jeff Isom making plays, Peyton Long making plays.
Yes.
We got the base coaches showing off some moves.
What if I told you the best plays weren't in the field of play, but in foul ground? Payoff pitch. And he got him. Look at that pitch. Dive away. That's a sword or a lightsaber from Zion Pettigrew. And there's Carlos Sanabria's first strikeout. If you can believe it, it comes on his 14th consecutive out.
I mean, that was just a beautiful pitch, and especially beautiful for the situation because he was really going hard with fastballs at Pettigrew. And that one just absolutely curled at the last second. Great pitch.
Now you're going up against Gus Sosa as Sanabria is 1 out away from 5 perfect innings. And for Gus Sosa, here's a good story. He was with the Cleburne Railroaders, and they put him on waivers. And the Dogs were able to snatch him up in a trade for a player to be named later. Well, Jesus Lujano was sent, and he's currently in the Cleburne order. But when the Railcats were in Cleburne, Gus Sosa was playing right field. He caught a little bit. His dad was in attendance for one of the games in North Texas on First Responders Day. His dad is a cop back home in Staten Island.
Really?
Yes. So they honored him before the game, or during the game, I should say, before an inning. Can Sanabria make it 5 perfect innings? We'll find out as that one goes outside, 2-2. Good pitch there by Sanabria. It broke away. It just feels like he has command over everything.
It really does. I mean, that is just such a perfect pitch to throw in that situation. Try to get Sosa to expand the zone. but he just looks comfortable and calm up there.
2-2 pitch, and it's a splitter just below the zone. 3-2 count. We've gone to the max, and Sosa trying to start a rally for Chicago. Turbo is on deck. Sosa went 3 for 13 against Lake Country. 3-2, and it's a bad miss from Sanabria. Yeah, as you could tell, he's a little bit frustrated at how that last one skipped into Guillermo Quintana, so that will end the possibility of a perfect game, but the no-hitter is still intact. But it's only the 5th inning, so we still have a lot of time before we can even start talking about that. But it's always something in the back of your mind when you go up there and see nothing but zeros. Here's Johnny Turbo. Turbo has to get out of the way. I know you know it. I always forget it. What's Johnny Turbo's, I should say, government name?
Oh, man, you got me. I didn't look it up this time. I forgot. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, look at the notes. Look at the notes. Johnny Turbo playing in his 70th game with Chicago. That's a little high. As Johnny Turbo has bounced around these last couple of years, but has found a home here in Chicago, as Kent Willis wants to go talk to the Railcats right-hander after a couple of bad misses.
Darby Myers.
Darby Myers.
Darby Myers is Johnny Turbo. Johnny Turbo is Darby Myers.
You ever seen Darby Myers and Johnny Turbo in the same room together?
I haven't. I can't say I have.
Well, for Johnny Turbo, he was with the Phillies, A's, Angels, and Orioles system. Played a little bit in Mexico in the Atlantic League. Last year, a lot like Gus Sosa this year, he played for 3 different teams. He was with Spire City, Gastonia, that ended up in Chicago, in which in the last 20 games, he actually was pretty solid for him. 4 doubles, a home run, and hit at a 273 clip. But you had his speed as he stole 7 bases for him. Runner is going. Quintana throwing down. It's a wide throw. Gets past Marcos Gonzalez into the outfield. Sosa will steal second and go up to third on the E2. So the Dogs utilizing their speed right there. And once again, Sanabria is in a 3-ball count.
And we've seen that a few times with Guillermo Quintana behind the plate. It seems like if the pitch isn't straight on, if he's got to move to get it, the throw isn't always going to be on target.
And Turbo gets the tower buzz as he's the 2nd straight Dog to walk against Carlos Sanabria.
He's had a couple of big hits this year.
So it's 2 outs and back-to-back walks to get to Dusty Stroop. And Dusty Stroop, in that first series of the year, he raked against the Railcats.
He did. He went 4 for 10 with 2 doubles and a home run. He batted home 5 runners, crossed home plate himself twice, only struck out 3 times. This is a guy that the Railcats are going to really want to shut down this second time around.
167 average with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. And Sanabria almost gets Stroop. And when Sanabria gets a little tired and his mechanics are a little off, that's where he's going to miss a lot. Fastball on the arm side. So righties beware. Stroop, an upright stance, runners on the corners. And there's the bender to get in there for a strike, 1-1. Crowd realizing the situation right here.
That was a really good pitch. That fastball has really lost its velocity. It feels like he's maybe trying to place it too much. So I like the breaking ball there for him.
That's another good pitch. Carlos Sanabria painting the outside black on the last 2 pitches with the breaking ball and the heater. Trying to put away Dusty Stroop right here and retire this inning and keep it at a 1-0 game. Stroop ready for the 1-2. He swings and misses. Carlos Sanabria is pumped up. We're pumped up. The fans are pumped up as Carlos Sanabria works around 2 2-out walks as he gets his 2nd strikeout to conclude the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Railcats 1, Chicago 0.
We are Methodist Hospitals, a place of caring and compassion, advanced treatment technologies, and supremely dedicated healthcare professionals. We are Northwest Indiana's trusted partner in cancer care, powered by innovation, expertise, and compassion, delivering leading-edge cancer treatment in a supportive, nurturing environment close to home. We are continuing a tradition and fulfilling a mission that's been 100 years old. Methodist Hospitals, healing Northwest Indiana.